Blog Talk Radio.
Okay, this your boy BigT from Extremesportsw. Tell you about all our shows right here on Extreme Radio. You can catch us on www.spreaker.com/user/BIGGTYML72. You can also catch me, your boy BigT, Extreme Sports, featuring your boys King Cees, Marvin Matt, LC, E-Dub. You can also catch my boy J-Real for J-Real Hip Hop Show, playing all the local artists around the world right here on Spreaker.com. You can also catch my girl Tanya Staley on Political Nation right here on Spreaker.com. Catch Extreme Radio all on the major apps: iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Castbox app, SoundCloud app, all the major apps around the world. Don't forget, your guys, Extreme Radio, www.spreaker.com/user/BIGGTYML72. And you also can catch us by calling in at 919-335-3988. Your boys at Extreme Radio.
Okay. It's the boy No Diamonds, and you're now tuned in to the greatest show in the world, Extreme Sports, with my man Big T, King Cees.
Week 14 of the NFL season it's not quite over, but a good session of games today. The Washington football team does begin. Beat San Francisco 49ers 23-15. Cowboys win today, and the Dalton go down to Cincinnati, get his revenge on the Bengals. Jalen Hurts come in and beat the Saints today. Good win for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Giants are the only one on the NFC East that lose today. They lose to the Arizona Cardinals, Miami, and Kansas City. We got a lot to talk about. And your boy will be back right here on Extremesportsw with your boy Big T.
Young finesse on the track. Free my niggas out the can. 10 toes down, stand like a man. You heard? All the smoke, nigga, I don't want all the smoke. All the smoke, nigga, I don't want all the smoke. All that shit, see me now, it is not a joke. I switched it up, still they break the flow. I do this shit and then I do some more. You say you like the drink, well nigga come and pour. Cause yeah, I sip that shit by the bottle. Nigga, I'm in the whip and I'm pushing top throttle. Fuck your fucking bitch, cause yeah, that bitch look like a model. I'm not saying nothing, nigga, that is just a motto. If the fucking feds tryna snatch me, I'm gon' get low. Tryna get dough, nigga, do the kick though. Cause I ain't never been scared, that's a fucking life. And if the feds come up on me, I'm gon' bust the pipe. And I don't wanna hear about a young nigga won't fight. Cause if I pull these hands up, I ain't no right. I'm gon' write it down, I don't write it down. Right now I think I am drawing and I'm hyping now. I'm not saying that you can try to try me now. Cause if you run up, you gon' catch his body down. So nigga, you run this like Ricky. Fuck that little bitch nigga like I'm pretty Ricky. She like how I'm saucing, she like how I be flossing. I don't fucking floss though, nigga, I just mouth all shit. And yeah, nigga, this a beat. Tell every girl to drop to the knees. And I just need it, nigga, like it's dropping knees. I'm rolling, nigga, yeah, fucking please. And yeah, niggas never heard of me, yeah, you know. Once I get up in the motherfucking studio with my fucking bros, nigga, that's just how I go. Fuck this bitch and fuck that nigga a hoe. This shit slight work. Got my cup fucking jiggling and it's light work. Got the ice in the cup and tryna go berserk. And yeah, your girl nice, take up all that shirt. Cause I won't see them titties though. Fuck that little hoe. Once I get up in this bitch, I'm really going rodeo. Fuck that dumb ass shit, cause nigga, I'ma keep on going, ho. I'm never, ever gon' fucking go on home. Every day, every night, niggas could pull up tryna take your life. But it's alright, cause I was bred for this. My last name more, bitch. I was raised for this. All the smoke, nigga, I want all the smoke. All the smoke, nigga, I want all the smoke. All the shit, see me now, baby.
I want all the smoke, potent gas to the ones you choke. I got the antidote, the phase, bond straight coke. That nigga 42, I keep my circle closed. Can't fuck with stranger folks, it's only me and my bros. Shout out to Chico, shout out Finesse, Wabo. We getting guapo, fucking all these side hoes. Come to my spot though, just give me top though. You got a bop though, you might just get blocked though. Ain't never been a hoe, you might just get shot though, bitch. I want all the smoke, yeah, I want all the smoke, bitch.
All the smoke, nigga, I want all the smoke.
Baby, know the fuck going on, man.
Nigga, I want all the smoke. All the shit, see me
My
now.
motherfucking first track, baby, yeah.
I switched it up, so I break the flow. All the smoke, nigga, I want all the smoke. All the smoke, nigga, I want all the smoke.
All right, we back right here on Extremesportsw with your boy BigT right here on Blog Talk Radio. Talk about the Kansas City Chiefs today. They go 12-1 today, 33-27 win over the Miami Dolphins. And a pretty good team of the Miami Dolphins. Patrick Mahomes still for 393 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. But the defense got to him, but they still pulled it out. I think they tied for first place, but you know, right now Pittsburgh still got the tiebreaker. Pittsburgh about to play the Buffalo Bills in a few minutes, so we're going about it. And the resurgence. Let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. The resurgence of the Miami Dolphins this year has been very magnificent. I can't say his name. Kid from Alabama. One of his best games today, 316 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I'm liking what I've seen what the Miami Dolphins have done this year. I think it's Cooper, their coach. He has turned this franchise around. They are 8-5. They haven't been done this in a couple of years. So, hey, they lost today when they played against the best team in the field. 5-point win for them. So no, I can't count. 6-point win. Can't count. 33-27 win for the Kansas City Chiefs. Right. Today. So they tied for first place with Kansas City and Pittsburgh. It will come to a battle. Probably come to the end. We'll see. Kansas City had, you know, we talk about Pittsburgh. Kansas City has been squeaking by some wins also. So they don't know. Now I'm gonna talk about the Pittsburgh and Washington football team game. I'll give Sophie coming through in a few minutes. Then we're gonna recap on that from Monday night. Now, Arizona Cardinals and New York Giants today. New York Giants and the Washington football team were tied for first place. New York Giants had the tiebreaker. Arizona come in today and beat the New York Giants 26-7, giving Washington the first place of the NFC East. Washington wins today, goes, and we'll talk about them in a few minutes. They go 6-7. New York Giants 5-8. Kyler Murray today had 244 yards, touchdown. He ran for 47 yards. And then Daniel Jones come back today. He threw for 127 yards. I think Colt McCoy coming in at the end. Just a little cleanup thing, 18 yards, Daniel Jones. He's not really healthy on his shoulder. So, hey, the NFC still come down to the end. Washington got one game lead now. So, hey, we'll see what happens on that front. Going to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles beating the final game, beating New Orleans Saints today. Great win for Jalen Hurts in his first start. 24-21 win over the New Orleans Saints. So, you know, the big thing been about Carson Wentz and his struggles. There was 3-8 with on the Carson Wentz. Hurts coming in today, get his first start, get his first win. Hey, they still in the NFC East. They 4-8-1, 2 games out. Still got 3 games to go. So, hey, anything can happen. So they got to keep winning to stay with the Washington football team right now. Like I say, Hill for the New Orleans Saints, they get their third loss. Hill threw for 291, 2 touchdowns in the interception. Camaro, 11 attempts for 50 yards. Jalen Hurts, like I said, great day for him. He was 17 for 30. He managed the game, 167 yards. Sanders 14 carries, 115 yards. Jalen Hurts ran for 18 tries, 108 yards. So, hey, that was a big boost in their offense. And today, so to keep them in the conversation, still trying to win it. Even with 4 games, like I said, 3 games to go, they still 2 games back. So, hey, they're still in it. It's not over yet. So, we'll see. And so, like I said, big win for Jalen Hurts. So what's the future of Carson Wentz? Today we keep hearing that Philly going to keep Carson Wentz no matter what. They invest a lot in him, so hey, we'll see about that. So he's not going to what Jalen Hurts could be the future. We don't know. It's just 1 game. We'll see. And, you know, a whole lot of guys had 1 game and had a pretty good game. So we'll see. All right. Green Bay beat Detroit today, 31-24. Aaron Rodgers, that bad man, threw for 290 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jones ran 15 carries for 69 yards. Green Bay goes 10-3. Detroit goes 5-8. Matthew Stafford scored and 244 yards and a touchdown. Detroit lose today, but hey, they I think they gave a great effort. Having some bad games, like I said, it's transformational. Losing their coach, and you know they played a pretty good game today. I think so. Like I said, they 5-8. Getting tight in the playoffs picture. So yeah, the NFC been kind of rough, but Detroit still in it. Even with 5 wins, they are still in it. So we don't know. We'll see what happens. Also, the Chargers beat the Falcons today, 20-17. I think it's a rebuilding year for. We don't know what happened with the Atlanta Falcons. I say that Matt Ryan to me, he can be a Hall of Famer. You got Julio Jones. You got maybe the age catching up to him, having a struggling year this year. They 4-9. You would never suspect them to be 4-9. I can see, 8-8, something like that. But right now they're 4-9. So I got a caller. I think I know who this is. Yes, sir.
How do you do, Big T? It's your favorite trucker, JJ. What's going on?
Trucker JJ, what's going on? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. I wasn't sure exactly when you wanted me to call in, and congratulations on. Well, I'm still calling them the Washington Redskins. I don't give a damn about political correct bullshit. Oh, I should have asked you about language on your show. So I know there's Redskins fans all over going, yeah. But in the meantime, And congratulations on knocking off my Steelers last week, even though we kind of been, it was a very short week for us, and that injuries and, of course, drop balls, but, yeah.
Right.
All right. To all the younglings that are out there playing young, junior high, high school football, you're probably going to hear this 1,000 times by the time you get to college, but catch the ball and then run with it, okay? Just an important tip about being a receiver. I mean, you can watch that, and you can see the head started tilting before the ball was secure, and that is why the Redskins whooped up on my Steelers, and it cost us a lot because Robert Spillane, who came in for Devin Bush, he went out with an MCL, and they've got him on IR, so we won't see him anymore this year. It's kind of a bummer. I mean, when you went from Devin Bush to Robert Spillane, he came in looking like Jack Lambert. It's like, hey, this is working for me.
Right.
But it was funny. I did catch what you were saying that Dallas won big. I'm like, dude, are you serious? Beating the Bengals is not going to be a big win, and I don't give a damn what the score is.
But you got to look at it as that way. They still in the hunt in the NFC East. They're not out yet, but they still, because it's a big win for them because they still in it. They're not completely out. They went for a win.
Yeah. Okay, I don't no wish to offend you here, but I've been saying for the last few weeks that somebody's going to win the NFC East with a losing record, and that could very well happen.
Right.
But you never can tell these things, It's going to be loads of fun, just to watch it.
Right.
And you know what would really just kind of, because when you come in, whoever wins that division, of course, will probably be near the bottom seed because you have your wild card teams, I think, are below that, if I'm understanding the current playoff scenarios right. So you're going to figure the winner of the NFC, you're going to pay probably the number 2 seed. No, they won't. They'll probably play 3 seed, I think. However it works out. Wouldn't it be funny just to watch them, whoever wins the NFC East, to win one, unless, of course, it's Dallas, and then, of course, that's how the picture. That won't be fun to watch, but you see where I'm going with this. Always root for the underdog, except for last week, and where I lost my bet with you. Okay, so, and I thought I'd put in my insights on that. Go right ahead.
Right, but the NFC East, whoever wins the NFC will get a home game. I do know that. They will get one home game in the wild card game. So, don't know. They're going to play a higher seed. I know it'll be a higher seed, but we don't know who they'll play, but I know they'll get a home game.
Right. Playoffs are a crazy thing, particularly the first week. I mean, you get people that, needed half of the conference to lose for them to get in type of thing. And generally speaking, those teams aren't around long. Because, I know the Redskins have been there, the Steelers have been there, where you just missed it or just made it in, and chances are you didn't stay long. But, it's getting to that exciting time because, we're getting geared up for playoffs. And it'll be interesting to see if they're actually going to let more fans in for the playoff games. You could probably have a bunch of fans in there and still keep your social distancing. But that's another one of those crazy 2020 things going on. And I agree with you about the Dolphins and them resurging. You need to do something. I can shut up for a minute.
No, go ahead. I'll listen.
Okay, cool. It was about the resurgent Dolphins. It's like they've been getting good players for years. And now that they got a quarterback from where? University of Alabama, Roll Tide Roll. It's not a big surprise. But then again, just because a quarterback does awesome in the college ranks, that means he's going to be worth anything in the NFL. All right? I mean, there's Doug Flutie comes to mind, and you can go down that list, and you can talk about that for the entirety of your show and whoever comes on after you. But, it's so that's been exciting to watch. But when you have teams that have been playing or getting good players for years, you just gotta, it's still fun to watch them when they actually do get going. Now we'll see if it's going to be a Lions style splash in the pan, or if it's going to be something crazy. You know what I mean? Maybe something crazy is getting going. I mean, good crazy. I mean.
Yeah.
And I think the 8-5 Buccaneers have been a bit of a disappointment. I mean, what's your thought on that one?
I think it's I was talking about the Buccaneers. I feel now I'm gonna say this to the day I die. I feel like that things are set up for Tom Brady. I know they're struggling a little bit, but I think they will get when they get in the playoffs. Things is gonna be set up for Tom Brady. I would think the NFL has set up things that make him, because he makes them money, and maybe it's time for to sit him down and just like, hey, the new face is Patrick Mahomes. But I just feel like the NFL always did stuff to make sure Brady looked good. So, but I'm surprised how much they have struggled. Because I was looking like, okay, I see 2 or 3 losses. I was looking at going 13-3, something like that. So, and I think, hey, maybe coming together, and maybe it's Bruce Arians. If Tom Brady don't like something, you'll see a new coach in there next year. So, I don't know. I just think that they have boosted the team up for him to win, but maybe this thing that the chemistry with Bruce Arians ain't right. I don't know.
Yeah, when Bruce Arians came to Pittsburgh, I was full of hope, and well, that didn't work out. And I was one of those guys ready to show him the door or the window. I'm good with the multi-story window. I'm good with that. Now the Colts, right? I like the way you think. Now the Indianapolis Colts have kind of surprised me. I mean, their defense has been solid for years, but you can't be all that solid when you're out there on the field for two-thirds of the game. So that kind of, now they're showing now that they've got a reasonable offense, but I guess more than reasonable since they just scored 44 points, and a lot of people were picking the Raiders to win that division because since their big run a few years ago before Carr went down late in the season, they had like one loss, I think, and they've changed things in, and of course we have, and they've got all sorts of good people over there now. I think Brown went over there. Antonio Brown ended up there, didn't he? Or they don't him in jail yet?
He walked in and showed him the door.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, say what you want to about Antonio Brown, that several things. If somebody is really guilty of a crime, I think somebody would have been calling the cops instead of their lawyer. Going after the civil court first. So that's kind of my take on that. But he is a good receiver. Once he realizes that there are 10 other guys out there with him, as taking care of his body, he does have a good work ethic. So we'll see how all that turns out. Or, now of course, then again, he's been in the league a while, so old age injuries might start. Who knows?
Right.
But
but I want to talk about the game from Monday night real quick.
Alrighty.
It's not here to go. I got this. Well, I looked at the highlights and looked at the sound check they were doing when the players walked down the field and stuff like that. I looked at Pittsburgh really respected Washington, but the fans didn't see it that way. But I think Pittsburgh saw, hey, these guys got a good defense and things like that. You saw how Big Ben was talking, Mike Tomlinson was talking, and things like that. And I saw Pittsburgh struggling the last couple of weeks and stuff like that. And I know nobody did see Washington beat Pittsburgh, but I see, hey, this team you're not gonna look at, but the one that's gonna slip up on you and beat you. But did you think that opened Pittsburgh's eyes a lot?
Maybe. I mean, thing is, last few games, Pittsburgh Steelers offense has struggled in the money zone. I call it the money zone. Everybody else calls it the red zone, but me and Don Shula call it the money zone. So I'm going to go with Don Shula on this one, all right? Now, against the teams they struggled with, absolutely. Now, the thing is, when the teams they struggled with down there were very good defenses. Like I think your Redskins team defense has been underrated for a while.
Right.
Now, so I'll throw that in the mix. Shout out to you. And I still want my tea.
Oh, hey, I'm working on it. I'm waiting for my cousin to give me the price on it.
Roger that, 'cause I know it. But anyway, I just want to let you know I ain't forgot about the tea, even if I am paying for it. Yeah, the Ravens and the Browns tomorrow night. It's going to be a good game because, well, whenever you have good, solid teams going at it in the same division, for the most part, you can throw the records out because the two teams and the players have gotten to the point they don't really like each other much.
Right.
I mean, you might have a prayer meeting before and after the game, but between the prayer meetings, somebody's getting slammed into. You know. And I think, I mean, if you look at it, you know, however you want to look at it, it depends on who's comes back from the COVID thing and who all's there, because I really haven't been keeping up with it. But the thing is, if most of the Ravens get back in, it's going to be a real interesting game. And even without it, I think there's still going to be a real interesting game. I don't expect to see this game being a blowout on either side. What do you think?
I see a close one. I'm very surprised how good the Browns are playing. I felt like I felt like they would be okay, but they playing very good football. I thought they would build from what they did last year, would not be this good. Ravens kind of surprised me a little. Well, I think mostly everybody caught Lamar Jackson on what he can do, and from Tennessee game. I think that's why you don't see the same Baltimore you saw last year. You see a good team, but you see a team that, hey, now we know your formula of how you run your offense. Now we can stop it. So, but hey, that whole division of y'all, of the Steelers, Browns, Ravens, Bengals, they don't like each other. So all these games, throw the records out of the way, all the games could be tough. And now y'all still playing for playoff spots. Now Baltimore, you see Pittsburgh and Kansas City 1 and 2. Baltimore in the hunt, and I want to say Cleveland was number 5. So you still playing for playoff spots. So it gonna be a brawl tomorrow night. I think it's really gonna be a brawl. Baker Mayfield, he's the face of TV right now. You got Lamar Jackson. He's doing his thing. So hey, it's gonna be a very good, interesting game.
Yep. What do you think? High scoring game or low scoring game? No pressure, because both of these teams have been known to do both. Okay, so, yeah, no pressure.
33-27 Cleveland.
All right, so you figure it's going to be over the over. I haven't checked the over on that game, but I know it's probably in the 40s, but maybe even higher. But seems how they do have, I do believe, both of them are in the top 5 on rushing. I wouldn't swear to it, but and it's kind of like, yep, we're going to see some bodies slamming around. I'm going to watch for that and just root for the defense, because that's what I do when I don't like either team.
And you got Cleveland, better running game. You got Nick Chubb and the guy from Kansas City. I don't know, I can't think of his name. But you got two that can run the ball very well. Ingram, I think he lost it a couple of years ago. So I think Lamar, you're running him too much. So that's why I'm looking at Cleveland. Baker Mayfield could throw the ball better, but we'll see.
Right. The interesting thing about Nick Chubb and Todd Gurley, who's now been down in Atlanta, is that when they were at the University of Georgia, I think, if I get this right, Chubb was coming up first, and he went out with an injury. But before his injury, he was on pace to beat, take the record there at Georgia. And you know who I believe still holds it, Mr. Herschel Walker.
Right.
And then when Gurley was coming up about the same thing. And I'm like, okay. Now, I'm glad to see that Gurley got away from the Patriots because I kind of like to root for the guy. But I'm having issues there. I'm big time issues. I mean, my queen's over there looking at me like, yeah, you got all sorts of issues there, JJ. But, it's kind of like it was just another one. Like I didn't need another one, you know what I mean? So that was the thing. It was this last week on all the Pittsburgh Steelers Facebook pages. They were talking about how we need a running back. And all sorts of names were thrown out, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'd like to have Todd Gurley right about now. We'd have knocked it in at that 1 yard out, but against you and the other one a week or two before, I'm like, okay. But well, brother, that's all I got for you. I know you got basketball coming up, and I don't know jack about basketball because Magic Johnson was playing the last time I followed basketball. So I will hop off of here.
That was in the minute, though. Well, good luck tonight. We will be in contact because we got that bet to finish off.
Right.
Good luck tonight. Y'all play Buffalo. Will be a tough game. It'll be a very tough game.
Oh, it's going to be a slobber knocker.
Right.
Because if Pittsburgh wins, they win the division. And I think if Buffalo wins, they get a playoff berth. I'm not real sure on that one. Or they may win their division. I forget.
Yeah, I think they a game or two in the East. So, and shockingly, you don't see the Patriots this year. Shockingly, you don't.
Yeah, that's the first time in a long time. But look for the Patriots next year. Probably makes them get used to being Brady-less and come back and Belichick being Belichick because he has shown his ability to coach and go into cheating thing if you want to. I often throw that out to Colts fans that it's not like Deflategate. It was like a close score. You were taking your clutch kick, okay? But anyway. All right, brother. I'll be checking out the rest of your show, and I will catch up with you later.
All right. Appreciate it. All right.
Later, brother.
All right. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. Extreme Sports with your boy BigT right here on Blog Talk Radio.
War Eagle, the king of kings, came back in the ring, ready to rumble. You niggas acting like that, I've been quiet, trying to be humble. But then again, you know better, this is why you fucking stumble. And now you gotta drop the ball, give it a fuck, nigga, you fumbled. And I'ma run it back to the house, make a nigga wanna watch his mouth. Better believe he gon' choke him out. Champion, y'all choked him out, make a knife on speak, they know they weak. I'm a fucking freak, I'm so unique. And every time I drop it, it's like fuck when this nigga gon' reach his peak. Never, I'm too better, murder whoever, bring your team in all. Mr. Spit that raw and lose the draw, nigga. You know what it is when it's a wall, nigga. No hold bar, nigga. Run through your squad, nigga. Flow like God, nigga. Woo. I'm on my bogus shit, you know the shit, know the script, know the skit, know not to say shit. When you hear them grown folk talking, keep on walking, cause that yellow tape and white chalking ain't far behind. You can lose your mind, lunching, so I'm losing mine. Punching, you lose functions in your face, and now you see the light, the end of you might be the night. One told you once, won't tell you twice, don't poke the bear, you'll be alright. He's so lethal, he's so regal. Sum it up in 2 words for me. Or So that fuck nigga move, boy, watch out, man, about to kill me something. Legendary bitch, we ain't worried about nothing. Andre Outcast, straight after dungeon. Big boy shit, y'all can share the whole 100. Everything in the house will die. The dog, the cat, the mouse will die. The Xbox and the couch go flying. See what this head, man, your ass is mine. If you cross the line, you gon' get that iron. Fuck that nigga, what's your cracker that was talking that shit. And that dreadhead nigga, yeah, you can go with it. There was a plan for me, get it, then Spank said get him. Now it's on, little nigga, I'm in the zone, little nigga. Going home, little nigga, what you want, little nigga. Watch the tone, little nigga, cause it's on, little nigga. Check me on it anyway, what you want, little nigga. Warp half dead, you won't make it home, little nigga. Money over your head like a drone, little nigga. Nothing on me, King Kong, little nigga. My authentic to you clone niggas. I like starting shit cause I'm a bone picker. When I'm on lick, I kick that ass quicker than when you turn bitch because you need a Snickers. Vicious, old nigga with a lot of issues. Line after line, I don't need a pencil. Rhymes are sublime, I can paint a picture. But when the time at a time, make it so official. Sharpshooter, so I won't miss you. Sure shot, so I'm gon' hit you. Duck and dodge all you want, nigga. But I guarantee you a gone nigga. You rather leave me alone, nigga. Try me tonight, but you gon' get the ass whipping, tooth chipping, empty one that pop another clipping. And when the beat stop, I'm still ripping. One of a kind, I'm wordsmithing. There'll be no equal, no sequel. Sum it up in 2 words for me. War Eagle.
All right, we're back here on Extremesportsw with your boy BigT right now on Blog Talk Radio. You can catch this on Blog Talk Radio. You can catch this on Spreaker.com/BigTY72. We are also on all the major apps: iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud app, Zara. Any major app around the world, you can catch us right here. Extreme Radio, or you can catch us at Extremesportsw.com. All right. NBA preseason has started. Let me get the conversation first before I talk about fun games, what I've seen so far. The conversation, let's start with the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets, James Harden, just showing up the training camp a couple days ago. Been hold out because he wanted to get traded. His preferable spot is the Brooklyn Nets. Then you hear Roman, he was talking about he wanted to go to Philly for Ben Simmons. So what's going on in Houston? Now you get John Wall, you got DeMarcus Cousins, you got your big man, you got one of the best point guards in the NBA. So what's going on? He's established. He's one of the great point guards, or just the spotlight has got to be on you, from my opinion. Now, you had Dwight Howard, he still was in prime of his career when he went to Houston. You had Chris Paul. Hey, took you to a Western Conference Finals. If he didn't get hurt in the Western Conference Finals, maybe took you to an NBA Finals. Who knows? You had, and then you had Russell Westbrook, one of your best friends. Y'all couldn't get along, I guess, playing basketball. I don't know what the problem. Russ wanted to be. So, what is the problem down Houston? That the spotlight got to be on James Harden. If the spotlight's not on James Harden, he don't work good with others. It got to be that situation. So, it got to be about James Harden. Will you ever win the NBA championship? Because it got to be about you. I don't think you will. You got Steph Curry, and the rumors is that he wants to go to the East because the West is too hard for you. The West is too hard for you, and that's the whole point. You can't. You got LeBron James. Well, my pick, baby Bron. You got the Clippers. You got Golden State, maybe a resurgence back, hopefully. You got Utah, Houston, Utah, Denver. So you don't see yourself coming out of these. And that's what the whole thing is. So, we'll see. To me, that's what the whole thing is. You can't see yourself coming out of the West and still competing because it got to be about you. It's too hard for you. You feel like you go to the East. Hey, it's an easier way to get to the Eastern Conference Finals and get to the NBA Finals. That's what it is. It's all about. And you traded your big man in 15. Trade your big man one small ball. You still made 2 playoffs, made 2 second rounds. You met the Lakers and they put it on you. That's just the bottom line. Now Westbrook down there in Washington, a good chance for him. Hopefully everything works out there for him and Bradley Beal. Hey, we could see some potential there, but we'll see. I don't know. So hey. Other thing I'm going to get into real quick is Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. Kyrie Irving, been making a whole lot of remarks about LeBron and things like that. And LeBron kind of feeling hurt about it and things like that. Okay. I'm not coming to LeBron James because LeBron James got to look at, hey, he left Cleveland. You left Cleveland to go to Miami and join Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Fine, granted. You know how I feel about this situation. I've said it 1,000 times about the situation. It is what it is. But, okay, Kyrie comes in Cleveland, and, hey, he's the number 1 draft pick. He's the future of the Cleveland Cavaliers at the time. And it was supposed to be about him. Build around him and make that team better what it was going to be. So I feel like in Kyrie's defense, this is how he felt. He didn't want LeBron James to come back. He wanted to be about his team, his time, his future. It's about what he wants. When LeBron came back to Cleveland, it interrupted what he was going to do. And you see they didn't get along in Cleveland all that well. You could tell Kyrie didn't want he want to, especially that third finals, he wants to thrill about LeBron James and things like that. So I just feel like, hey, Kyrie just thought, hey, this is my team, this is my future. You're going to build around me. I didn't need you, and I didn't want you here. Yeah, they got an NBA championship with Golden State, and you know how I feel about their championship. I still feel like it was rigged and sawed up because of how things happened. But anyway, we ain't going to go through that conversation. But I really feel that Kyrie Irving felt some type of way, and he feel like, hey, you need to rebuild what I want. You need to rebuild around the team what I need and things like that. I don't need LeBron James. LeBron James should stay with. He should stay here from the first time, but he did. He went to Miami. That was his choice. His choice was to come back to give Cleveland all championship. I can respect it, but at the same time, I just feel like, hey, and I say this many times before, LeBron James should not left in the first place. Because, like I said, he had a team where I looked at Michael Jordan. I looked at Michael Jordan with the Chicago Bulls. When you look at the Chicago Bulls, what names put out, who else did you see was making a type of spotlight? No one. Michael Jordan was. You look at the LeBron James team, who was making a type of spotlight? LeBron James. Except for Cleveland the first time. But in their effort, Michael built the Chicago Bulls better and better and better every year. And I think it was the same for what was LeBron was doing. Cleveland was pretty good. Cleveland was a number 1 seed, won 63 games one year, something like that. And hey, the other year they just couldn't get past Detroit, couldn't get past Boston, things like that. Hey, it is what it is. But at the same time, you saw these next Michael Jordan and LeBron James and things like that. I don't know. I say Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. I'm sorry. And hey, that's something you got to live with and supposed to do. But that's how I felt like you was building a good team. Everybody around you was getting better. I respect you on that because everybody around that team was getting better. But you left it. And Kyrie Irving came in. That's why Kyrie felt like that was his team. And that's why Kyrie feels some type of way. And that's the whole truth about it. Everybody look around and just look at the truth. That is the truth about it. Kyrie still didn't want LeBron James back in Cleveland. He wanted to be his team. That's why LeBron James was hurt. He felt like, hey, you my little brother. I felt like you should shine and things like that. But a whole lot of people have a problem with LeBron James on that team. And you could tell. And people had issues with him. Tristan Thompson didn't get along good with him. So, hey, I don't know. But it shows. Hey. All right, let me play you one more song, or one or two more songs. Because hey, this is Stream Radio. This your local artist station right here at Stream Radio. Hit me up if you got music you can play at streamradio18gmail.com and put your music in MP3 form. You want me to play your music? Hit me up right here on the Stream Radio.
Let me take you to a place deep within the ocean, to the deep and mystic seas. Let me take you on this carpet ride, yeah, floating high above the clouds. And love, I can take you deeper, yeah, deeper than he's ever gone, deeper than he's ever gone. I can take you higher, higher than you've ever been in your life. I can go deeper, deeper than he's ever gone, deeper than he's ever gone. I can take you higher. Take my hand and go with me deep through a scary place. You got security. Let me take you higher, where we both can spread our wings, just you and me. Ever gone. I can take you higher, higher than you've ever been in your life. I can take you deeper, yeah. I can take you higher, higher than you've ever been in your life. I'm taking over from here. All your bad days are over. Pack all your bags, I'ma scoop you up, tell them that it's over. I'm taking over from here, all your bad days are over. I'ma scoop you up, tell them that it's over. I can go deeper, I can take you deeper. I can go higher,
I roll a jet. Yeah. He say, she say, that's gon' get you real perplexed. For real. Answer the call, that's my advance, grab the U-Haul. What? Quick with the ball, pack up my bag, swift with the wall. Get it. A minute to give it my all. Check that, no stress, greetings to all. Oh. Look, that's gon' be your blast. What? This gon' be my reason why I bless her, we so glad. I got my own say, yeah. I play my own way. We gon' crank it, bust a move and watch me celebrate. Look, stop that he say, she say. Quit it. That's that he say, she say. You run your mouth. Stop that he say, she say. Cut it out. That's that he say, she say. Word. Yo. That's that he say, she say. Yeah, that's what he said. Like, that's that he say, she say. Really? Alright. That's that he say, she say. So this how I'm about to handle this right here. That's that he say, she say. Look. So you about that life now, huh? Time I made it known. Still kept it on the low. Gotta snap back in my zone. I got that. But I'ma be the first. A couple other plans are well rehearsed. Okay. Like Uno, now reverse. I said a lot of prayers my 21st. Now that's your bag. Wow. You gon' shout respect back. You gon' grab my backpack. Hit that run, I run track. Flip that switch. I'm gon' need that feedback. You don't miss. Man, I love my comeback. Back to this. I'm gon' need that soundtrack. Autumn bliss. Wait for this. Intelligent. We meant for this. Yeah. Stop that he say, she say. Quit it. That's that he say, she say. You run your mouth. Stop that he say, she say. Cut it out. That's that he say, she say. Y'all some whack diamonds for that. Straight up. That's that he say, she say. Real talk, yo. That's that he say, she say. Wow, I must really get it. That's that he say, she say. You want this right here. That's that he say, she say.
Yeah, okay. Your money ain't long enough either.
Nah. It's really not. But okay, I'll let you have it. Yeah. Cause that's that he say, she say.
All right, we're back here on Extremesportsw with your boy BigT right here on Blog Talk Radio. NBA preseason is back. Friday night it started. Lakers beat the Clippers 87-81. And by the way, how do y'all feel about having no fans in the crowd? I thought Utah last night had some. I think some arenas you still can have some. I really feel like, okay, I know this COVID-19 thing is around and things like that. Is the smart way to do it is spread everybody out 6 feet apart, make sure they're not sitting beside each other, things like that. Hey, it's a way to do things. I think the fans can come back to a certain extent to a big arena and do it smart, do it safe, and be there. In some capacity, but some ways it's still not fair because some fans are missing out a lot when the packed arena. So, I don't know. But you miss the crowd. I know the crowd is listening in the arenas, in the football fields, in the stadiums, and things like that. I know the athletes miss hearing your names and stuff like that. So, hey, hopefully this COVID-19 thing will be over soon. Hopefully, let's pray. Yeah, it's not looking that way, but hey, let's pray. It could be over soon, and hey, we can find a way to go back to living normal again. But, like I said, Friday night, the Lakers opened NBA preseason beating the Clippers 87-81. Montrezl Harrell made history for the Lakers. He had 13 points, 12 rebounds, double-double. That's what you had him here for. You got Wesley Matthews. You got this kid Thornton. Kuzma had 18. Kuzma needed to have a big year for the Lakers. I just felt like he was. I always say this. I feel like he should have been traded instead of Brandon Ingram, but hey, everything worked out. He still needed to have a big year. He had an okay year last year, but it could be better. But we'll see. See what the Clippers gonna do this year. Like I said, Paul George just signed a contract. I think $290 million 5-year deal. So they was talking. I know I saw something about he got more money than AD, and look, he failed in the season last year, so he didn't do great. So I don't know about that. I did something wrong on my computer. I'm sorry, but we ain't worried about that right now. So also the Magic beat the Atlanta Hawks 116-112. Oh, this the Knicks beat the Pistons 1984 Friday night. Rockets beat the Bulls. Braden have Melo. I try to get my boy Jay Real to come on. Hopefully, I'm gonna get him on soon. Because we're gonna talk about Melo. Melo hit the Braves back in his air. Hit 21 points. You had the new Melo. You had the old Melo. You had the new Melo. So Melo hit the Braves back in his hair. Hit 21 points the other night. Beat the Sacramento Kings 127-102. And hopefully, you can't leave out Portland this year and talk about going to the NBA championship. Hey, you got Dame time. You got McCollum. You got Melo. Anything can happen. Let's see. Saturday night, the Melo Ball made his debut. He had, let me make sure I'm right. I know he had no points, but I look at the highlights. He had a lot of assists. I think he had 10 rebounds. Let me see I'm right. LaMelo Ball played 16 minutes. He had 10 rebounds, 4 assists. He had no points. I saw a lot of potential there running the offense for Charlotte. Let's see what happens. So, hey, like I said, Toronto beat them 111-100. Golden State, the return of Steph Curry, beat the Denver Nuggets 107-105. Cleveland beat the Pacers 107-104. The OKC Thunder beat the Spurs 121-108. Dallas beat the Bucks 112-102. Grizzlies beat the Timberwolves 107-105. The Jazz and Chris Paul debut. I think Chris Paul played this game 119-105. Let me make sure I'm wrong. I want to make sure I'm wrong. Yeah, he didn't play the game. Booker had 16 points. Al 8 and 11 points. Bridges 14. I think Cam Johnson got hurt. He just had 2 points. I'm looking for something big. He had a good year last year. I look for a former Tar Heel Cam Johnson to have another good year this year. He stepped up pretty big last year than what I saw right down there in Phoenix. So tonight, Lakers playing the Clippers right now it's 15-6. Detroit and New York 75-74. Rockets beat the Bulls 44-30. Now let me see Harden playing. I don't think he is, but he might be playing. I don't think he is, though. Nope. John Wall right now 11 points, 2 assists. Cousins 8 points. Now, hey, you got to be praying for all the Cousins that he have a great year this year. That being hurt for the last 2 years, but hey, hopefully he have a great year. Missing out on the NBA championship last year because of his injury. You had to make room for who came in last? Morris. Had to make room for Morris. So hey, hopefully he have a great year this year. For DeMarcus Cousins, does he deserve a ring? He was on that roster. He was on that roster a good portion of the year. Hopefully he did get a ring. We don't talk about it. Hopefully DeMarcus Cousins did get a ring. But he was on that roster most of that year. So we'll see. Return of Kevin Durant tonight in beating the Washington Wizards 119-104. Kyrie hit 18 points. And I'm trying to see what Durant before we get off. Durant had 15 points. All right. So stay tuned next week. Extremesportsw with the War BigT right here on Blog Talk Radio. See y'all later.